people. I want to fit and carry on.
Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. And yes, this morning it's all about the people as we put HR into the metaverse right here in your spotlight on Now.
Yes, and we are in fact doing just that, putting HR into the spotlight this morning as we are talking about the HRMATT Biennial Conference. HR Into the Metaverse. It's happening from the 7th to the 9th of November. And with me this morning, I've got two members of HRMATT to speak to us about this, to tell us what this is all about and why the metaverse as well. So I'd like to welcome Sarah Arneaud, who is a member on PR committee, of the PR committee and Conference Publicity Committee as well. So of HRMATT, good morning and welcome to you.
Good morning, thank you.
And I've also got Cindy Wilson, who is the Director of Advocacy of HRMATT. So welcome and good morning.
Good morning, thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure, and I've got two lovely ladies on set joining me this morning. I think that's going to be the theme of my interviews today. So HRMATT, and just a brief of exactly what it is for people who may not know, people who are hearing it for the first time, although you've been around for quite a while.
Yes.
What exactly is HRMATT? Who wants to take that question?
Okay, I can take it.
Cindy.
So we have been around for quite a while, as I said, over 30 years. Next year we'll actually be celebrating 35 years. And we are a body of local professionals dedicated to enhancing the professional development of our members. And we do that through various media. Through conferences, we have our C-suite events, we have different events targeted towards our members. We have also partnered with international associations such as the Society for Human Resource Management to be able to have our professionals certified in various areas of human resources management.
Okay, now this is a conference that's taking place very shortly.
Yes.
When is exactly this conference going to be taking place?
Okay, so HR Into the Metaverse will be hosted at the Hyatt Regency, Port of Spain, from the 7th to the 9th of November. We host a conference every 2 years, and this year we decided on that particular theme of HR Into the Metaverse, because yes, everything into the metaverse these days. But when you think about the impact that the human resource profession has on organizations, I mean, what else? We must think about technology and how it impacts the human being within companies.
As you say that, how has HR changed in Trinidad and Tobago? I know that it probably will be different for the rest of the world as well, but I want to know specifically, and maybe we could compare as well, HR in Trinidad and Tobago as compared to what it's like out there. How has that changed within our beautiful Twin Island Republic?
You know, HR as a profession continues to evolve, right? You know, previously we were seen as personnel management. So, you know, we process salaries and benefits, make sure employee files are in order, etc. But now we're really in a space where we are able to impact strategy within organizations and lead transformation within organizations as well. And of course, it will be different in different organizations across Trinidad and Tobago, but the profession continues to evolve, and HRMATT continues to stay at the forefront of that development, making sure that our members, as Sarah indicated, receive that forward-thinking, forward-focused development so that they can truly impact the success of their organizations.
Yeah,
But
okay.
even to add to what Cindy said from an international point of view, I mean, like now you are seeing, I mean, even things like recruitment and selection, which is a normal HR process, even that is transforming. There are interviews that are being done using AI, so people can actually do interviews without seeing somebody now. You know, so like the whole HR, like the HR universe is transforming into this AI metaverse. So there has been a lot of transformation. And globally.
That's it.
Yes.
And, you know, that's coming to my other question, because AI is changing so much, and we've got so much virtuality and you know, things going on as well, which I assume is why, you know, we went with the metaverse.
Yes.
But how does HR accommodate for that, especially with AI? Because sometimes, you know, there's a question, is it real? Is it fake? Are they making this up? Did they ask an AI to do this? Or is it really them?
Yeah.
So how do you, you know, as an HR professional, especially if you're doing hiring or various things like that, how do you recognize that and how do you deal with that?
All right, so we were chatting before we went on air about, you know, actually immersing yourself into that virtual reality space, and how, while it's within your mind, you actually feel, and you can, the physical manifestations are there. So consider using AI technology or virtual reality technology, for instance, in terms of training and development of your employees, whereas they don't necessarily have to interact with, say, the machinery specifically because it's, functional for the operations, but they can go into this virtual reality space, interact with the machinery, learn about it. When you're doing recruitment and selection, for instance, moving away from virtual reality, things like, searching of resumes, where HR professionals would, have to sit down and go through tons of resumes that come into the organization. The technology now allows for that, process to be sped up so much that it allows us time to focus on other things within the company. So HR is in that space where we can really utilize that type of technology, these types of technologies, AI, recruitment and selection, search, etc., to be able to allow us to really focus on the people within the organization. So moving away from all of the administration that we normally do and focus really on how we enhance the human capital.
Yeah, because someone recently told me that, he was preparing a resume and he asked AI to do it.
Yes.
So you just basically punch in, core information, basic information about the individual, and the AI just generated. And I mean, I read it and I was like, wow.
Yes.
AI actually did this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, we know that they can write papers and all these different types of things as well. But let's get back to the conference because this is happening very soon as well. How can one register for this conference?
Okay,
Cindy?
so to register for our conference, please visit our website. It's www.HRMATT.com. All of the information is there. There are different packages. You can do the full 3 days. You can do a one-day pass. We also have group discounts. We also have discounts for members. So this is a plug for anyone who is not yet a HRMATT member to become a HRMATT member so that you can enjoy the discounts for our conference and for the various events that we have all throughout the year. But the website has all of our information. All of our social media pages have all of our information, and we are on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, so you could use any method to register for our conference as well.
And what are some of the topics, and I know you touched on some of them, what are some of the topics being explored at the conference?
All right, so of course we're going to be focusing a lot on, technology-driven ideas, but we're also going to be focusing a lot on the things that HR professionals get involved with, and ensuring that when we're interacting with that AI virtual reality space, that we take those things into consideration. So leadership, diversity, equity, inclusion, and respect, branding, which is something that HR professionals don't generally think about, but it's still very important. How we utilize analysis, analytics, etc., in terms of our strategy development. There's a range of topics. Again, if you go to the website, you get so much more information. We have over 20 topics, and we have a wide range of speakers coming in to enlighten us in these areas.
And as you're talking about the speakers now, who are some of the speakers that are going to be there for this conference?
Okay, so
Cindy?
we have a lot of local industry professionals. We even have persons from the region who will be joining. We have members of government ministers who will also be presenting on the government's perspective on HR into the metaverse. So we have a lovely lineup of speakers, but we're not going to disclose all of that now.
Well, no,
but
of
we
course
have
you
a lot
keep
here.
some, Got to keep some. There has to be some element of surprise to it all.
We'll drop it on the socials.
Yeah, so follow our social media to get an idea of all of our speakers. But we have a lot of very knowledgeable HR professionals. And this conference is not only for HR professionals. We have, we invite in all C-suite executives. We are inviting different persons to the conference as well. We'll even have students at the conference so that we'll be having special sessions for our students as well to prepare them for this metaverse.
Is there a cutoff date to register for the conference?
Register now.
Okay.
Yes.
Just as you're hearing this now, go now and register.
Yes.
Okay, and what's the website or what's the page that they need to go to register?
www.HRMATT.com, and we are also on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter,
We're
all
everywhere.
social media.
We're
now
in the
HRMATT.
metaverse.
We are in the metaverse.
I love that.
Yes.
And tell us the benefits again of attending this conference, because we want this conference to be successful. What are some of the benefits again, Sarah?
Well, so we're going to be focusing a lot on that future-driven conversation. Yes, I'm Cindy.
Cindy. I keep doing that. I apologize.
That's okay. We're all friends. A lot of future-focused conversation that will enlighten participants on what they can expect, help us evolve with the changes. I mean, HR is in a space where we have so much scope to impact strategy, as I would have mentioned before. So you want to have that information and be prepared, because we intend to have, the government perspective as well, for us to get that understanding as to how government is working across the region to prepare the workforce for the changes that are upon us. I mean, we're possibly a little behind already in terms of that preparation, because AI is here. And if we're not using it at this point in time, or at least looking into it, we're a little behind. But we are, again, on the forefront of pushing that agenda and driving that change through our organizations.
And I think AI is here, and I don't think anyone was actually ready for it.
No.
So we need to be
prepared for that. Yeah.
Well,
how can we leverage
it's
it?
a bit more than prepared now. It's actually we have to jump into it and
yes.
work with it, because it is here. So HRMATT is actually going to help people do that.
Yes,
So
yes.
the conference, once again, is HRMATT's biennial conference. It's every 2 years, biennial.
Yes.
HR Into the Metaverse. I love that title. I love that theme. It's from the 7th to the 9th of November, and it's taking place at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain. Yes, in Port of Spain. So there are going to be a number of subject matters related to HR is going to be discussed. And Into the Metaverse as well, and a variety of speakers are going to be there as well.
Yes.
So thank you both very much for sharing this one. You have one more thing to say, Sarah?
Add, in addition to the conference, at the end of the day, for every conference, we have networking activities, because we HR people love to network. So we're going to have cocktail events, we're going to have karaoke, we're going to have a cultural night, because we're going to have a lot like international and regional persons coming in as well. So we want to provide persons with that opportunity to network as well at the end of the conference every single day.
Well, I think that's the most important part of it too, networking, so that you can
yes.
build and discuss things and
Correct.
discuss issues and all various things that may happen. Thank you so very much. Sarah Arneaud, the member of HRMATT's PR Committee and Conference Publicity Committee, and also Cindy Wilson, HRMATT's Director of Advocacy. Thank you all so very much, and success at the conference.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much. We appreciate it.
Stay with us. We take a short break, and we'll be right back.
People, jump up with me, people, wave up with me, people, get on bad with me, people, oh gosh, look me, people, jump up with me, people.